Adam Levy, he ought to stick to investments. Learn about 5 problems and adoption challenges that face blockchain technology today. Well, he needs to stick to, like I say, stick to finance, because he mixes his terminology a lot in this article. The basic thing with this article is that he's trying to say that business will never be able to employ blockchain because Bitcoin is so slow. Okay. Everyone that has been with my channel for any length of time and looked at any of those videos, I'm sure has seen the fact that businesses won't be using the Bitcoin network to deploy their blockchains. Period. So here we say over here, he says the fact that a copy of a blockchain is typically held on multiple computers creates a scalability problem as the blockchain grows larger. That's just one of the many challenges facing blockchain technology and the developers working to develop enterprise solution. Okay, so there's his thesis statement. He's going to show you how bad blockchain is going to be for developing enterprise solutions, and let's see what he links his information to. Big public blockchains such as Bitcoin and Ethereum, the scaling issue can translate into nodes demanding higher transaction fees to process transactions on the blockchain. They need to see an adequate return on investment into computing resources. What does Bitcoin and Ethereum have to do with creating an enterprise blockchain? Absolutely nothing. Okay? He doesn't know what he's talking about. For example, when we look at Maersk and their implementation of TradeLens, did they use Ethereum or Bitcoin? Absolutely not. Did they use a proof of work consensus method? Absolutely not. The problem is here, he goes into his next thing saying, we'll come back to that scaling issue, by the time we get to the end, because he comes and backs and addresses it again. He says, blockchains that use proof of work systems to determine which node wins the right to confirm the next block on the chain can become extremely energy intensive. So, okay, he's saying these enterprise blockchain initiatives are going to use proof of work, and using proof of work, it's going to use a lot of energy, and these businesses aren't going to be able to afford it, and because they can't afford it, how can they get any return on investment? Hooey! We've talked in previous videos about different consensus methods that can be used. Now, most consensus methods that are discussed in the public domain refer to cryptocurrencies. The consensus methods that are built into private blockchains that are used by such blockchains as the TradeLens blockchain or the Food Trust blockchain that Walmart and Golden State Foods use, those blockchains are not going to use proof of work. They're not going to waste the resources. They already know the people that are in their blockchain. They've already validated them. They are already trusted members of the blockchain, whether they're running a full node and processing transactions, or whether they're just transactional nodes that just use the reports and data, such as customs officials in the various ports of call in the TradeLens blockchain. So you can see that he's falling into this trap of thinking he knows about blockchain because he invests in Ethereum and Bitcoin, and he makes even more of a motley fool of himself as time goes on. So let's see. Speed. Oh gosh, Bitcoin is so doggone slow, it can't possibly be used for an enterprise. You're absolutely right. And that's why they would never ever use it in an enterprise. And you made a motley fool of yourself again. Oh, there's no universal standards. Okay, first, it makes interoperability between blockchains difficult. If one company wants to share data with another company's blockchain, which would never happen, they'll likely need to develop additional tools to allow for data flow between the two blockchains. Okay? Why? One of the core principles of building a blockchain for an enterprise is the fact that you're going to have to build tools so that you can take data from the blockchain that you're building for yourself and link it up with your accounting system and link it up with your supply chain system and link it up with all the information systems that you have within your business while you're using the blockchain to manage everything that's happening external to your business, such as your supply chain, such as the flow of information if you're carrying cargo across the oceans or buying food from a California distributor and need that information. You're not going to have multiple blockchains. You're going to just have to connect your data streams, your information systems to the blockchain. So that is a whole, forget that nonsense. Privacy, okay. Blockchain was designed to be publicly distributed, but not when you're doing it for the enterprise. If he knew what he was talking about, he wouldn't make such a motley fool of himself. A private blockchain is one way for a business to implement blockchain technology without the fear of leaking any information to the public. Oh, but it has its disadvantages. Since a private blockchain has an authority that delegates who can and cannot participate, it's truly not decentralized. That can reduce trust from the public in a blockchain-based product. That paragraph doesn't even make sense. Come on, folks. What in the world is he trying to talk about? Okay, so let's get into the future here. It says, ultimately, blockchain promises to improve the speed and security of many processes involving the transfer and storage of data, and I'll go ahead and add for him. But if you believe all the hooey that I just told you about, it'll really never happen. You shouldn't even consider blockchain because it's just stupid. Well, Adam Levy, go back to Motley Fool, please. Please. Worry about investment advice and try to not worry about how IBM is writing the best blockchains in the world for companies like Maersk and Walmart and Golden State Foods. And just, stick to what you have expertise in, because obviously this article is absolutely funny. It's just, I'm sorry, I had too much fun with that one. It's just good. So whoever posted this one, thanks for the sense of humor that you have, and for the wonderful chance you had for me to get all excited about something that was just funny. Thanks.